Well, hello, all my amazingly beautiful Sagittarius friends. My name is Libra Empress, and we're going to be discussing your tarot for today. Now, just so you know that I was supposed to do your reading like a week ago. I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing Ancestry.com trying to figure out who all goes where in my timeline. And it's taken 4 freaking days, and I'm still not even done with the one part of, yeah, it's nuts. So that's just how that goes. And I've been doing it from like as soon as I get up till right before I go to bed, constantly. It's like copy and paste, which is funny because you can actually go to this website called gravefinder.com or something. And what's great about that is that you just sign up. It's free to sign up. You don't have to pay anything, and you can research. Alright, let's get going. Now, my beautiful Sagittarius, I got your past, present, future. Now, remember, when we get to the future is not set in stone, and it can change anytime you want it to, alright? This fourth pile is all the energy between past, present, and future. And then this is the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get started. Remember that this is a general reading, not a personal. So it might resonate and it might not. Now, my beautiful Sagittarius, I have no idea why the light is on like that, but it is. Sorry if you can't see my card. Anyway, this is the Nine of Hazards. This card signifies that, with everything going up in the air, you've prospered, right? You've gained confidence and independence. So while everybody's running around, you're building something from the ground up. You're dealing with a Gemini. I'm so sorry. I hope that helps. Probably not. Yeah, I totally just licked my screen with my finger. Alright, so you're with someone who, it could be a Gemini, alright, Sagittarius. But it could also be that you're blinded by passion. There's a lot of sex and romance, right? She's kissing him and diverting his attention from the fact that she ripped his heart out. And he's over there spraying her vagina because, she's dead. And she stinks. But if you didn't have any, romance, sex, and, passion and whatnot, would you even be with that person? Like, is there anything concrete? Because when you get older and then sex becomes less relevant, I mean, are you... do you have anything in common to where you can be friends as well? Now, you've got a crossroads. Choices to, you're at a crossroad. You have to choose which way you're going, left or right. That's up to you. You're a little bit dizzy. But let me tell you something. You are at a 9 of Wands, or you were, because this is your past energy, right? So you completed tasks because you kept persisting, and your willpower was strong, so you got this. Now, current energy, you've got the Tower, alright? Think of it like this. You build a house of cards, on one of those little feeding trays. The trays that you put food on and you take to someone who's sick in bed, or mom and dad, or whoever on their birthday, even your significant other. Imagine you build a house of cards on that, right? And then somebody, walks by, picks up the thing and goes, shh, and all your cards come tumbling down. That's kind of what life is right now. You've had a sudden change. It's kind of throwing you through a loop. You're dealing with currently a lot of poverty, financial loss, and a hell of a lot of anxiety. But you decided that instead of holding back for what's going on, that you're going to come at something with a new approach. Because you're becoming inventive and full of ingenuity, right? Not to mention, you got the 3 of Wands here. Which is, you're working together with someone. You're progressing. It's a group effort. Future, remember, not set in stone, is the Knight of Cups. This is a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces energy. This is someone you're dealing with, someone who's romantic, full of adventure, and very moody. But this in my deck is considered to be the player card, okay? And what I mean by that is, in a normal deck, he's perceived to be like your knight in shining armor, right? Someone who's just too good to be true, who's perfect in every way, shape, and form. Someone who's got their cup and they're bringing it to you. But he's underdeveloped. Now in my deck, I think he's a fucking player card because he'll take your heart and run off with it. Which is funny that he's reverse in my deck, just like my Knight of Wands is reverse, because my Knight of Wands in a regular deck would be the player card, but in my deck he's not. I don't perceive him as that. Alright? So you're dealing with that. Someone who's quite moody. Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. You're dealing with a Three of Swords. There we go. When I can see the words. Alright, so this is heartache, jealousy, and loss. Now, there are three perspectives here, right? Three ways you can take this. But you need to think wisely. Number one, you have a third party. Or your significant other has a third party. You guys are cheating on each other, right? One or the other. That could be the case. The second one, which is more common than you think, would be where you're having issues within your relationship and you or they, your significant other, runs off to a family member, friend, just anyone really, and bitches about you, or you bitch about them. Okay? If you're having issues with your family not liking your spouse, if you can, or if their family doesn't like you, have you considered sitting down with your significant other and talking to them about why everybody is up in your guys' business? Okay? That could be a case. Because if you're wondering, how come my family doesn't like my spouse, but beforehand, every time you have an argument with them, anything that annoys you, you run off and you call mommy, daddy, siblings, cousins, family friends, whatever, right? And you're like, they're such an asshole. They didn't do this today. They never help, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, that's only half the story. This could go either way, right? And then you turn around and you wonder, how come they don't like him? And they're like, well, we don't like him because of these reasons. No, that's not true. They're really great person, blah, blah, blah. I know a couple people in their relationships that do that. Now, the third reason could be that something takes priority over your relationship. Be it drugs, alcohol, any kind of form of substance abuse, right? Porn. Hold on a minute. I'm baking cookies. Okay, so it could be that something that takes priority over your relationship. Alright? Like I was saying, porn, drugs, alcohol, video games, what else takes priority? Money, workaholics. I know someone who's a fucking workaholic. I know him quite well, and they work like 3 jobs just to stay away from their spouse. I don't think they do it on purpose, but their spouse gets lonely. You know what I mean? And they live with her aunt or whatever, which they don't pay a lot in rent. But I don't understand why they don't even have a lot of bills. But do you see what I'm saying? Anything can take priority over your relationships. It's just about reassessing what's, sitting down with your partner and talking about that. Figuring out, hey, what's best for you? What's best for me? How are we gonna fucking do this? Instead of running at them and being like, you're a fucking cheater, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't cheating. I've been decent with you. And come to find out they really were decent, but they end up saying the same thing my husband says when he's in trouble with his mom and dad. He's also a Sagittarius. When he's in trouble, and they accuse him of something, and he didn't do it, you know his answer is to them? Well, if you're gonna fucking accuse me of something I'm not doing, I'm gonna start doing that shit, so that at least when you're accusing me, it'll be for something I am doing, rather than what I'm not doing. Do you understand? It's common sense, common knowledge. Now, let's discuss the next card. Sorry I had to stop for a minute. I'm in my kitchen. My work area is not clean yet. Alright, so my beautiful Sagittarius says you are dealing with a Queen of Cups. This is a bit of a party girl. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, right? Someone who's very intuitive, devoted, and full of emotions. But a party girl, nonetheless, could be a male or female energy. Someone who doesn't take life too serious, but is a queen. Alright? It's the energy. Now, you are dealing with your card, Temperance. Alright? This is balance, alchemy, and cooperation. So, that or you're dealing with another Sagittarius. Let's talk about this fourth pile here. Okay, you've got the Three of Cups. This is, celebrations, partnerships, good times. Could be like one of four things, alright? One, you got married. Okay? Congratulations if you just got married or you came into union with someone amazing. I hope they treat you good because you deserve to be treated like an emperor or empress, because you are one. Two, it could mean that Sagittarius, that you are pregnant or your significant other is pregnant, depending on what gender you are, alright? Like, who's the one able to carry the babies. So if that be the case, congratulations. But if that's not the case, it could be number 3, which is that you and your partner are creating something amazing. You're coming into fruition on an idea that's gonna fucking rock the world, right? And congrats on that. I'm very proud of you, if that be your story. And the fourth one, of course, it just means that you partnered up with someone at work. I'm sorry. Throat went dry. No, not like a hook up, have sex kind of partner, right? More of a team partner. Someone who is you and them are gonna come up with a great group project and rock the world at your employment. So rock on if that be the case. Fuck yeah. Somewhere along the line, and that's somewhere along the line, by the way, because this is the fourth pile, you're dealing with the energy of the devil. Okay, this is a Capricorn. This is temptation, excess, self-destruction, and also you could be being stalked, watched by someone who does not have good intentions for you. Be careful. You could end up on the floor like that person, right? Maybe it's time that you, if you're dealing with having an addiction, like drugs or whatever, because there is the Three of Swords, so maybe maybe something's coming in the way and it's ruining everything. Maybe, your partner or you, depending on who this is, took the money that was just barely earned and spent it unwisely. Say you or your partner had some money put into their account, right, to clear out the negative. Say you bank with Chime, and it clears up a big chunk, like $25 out of 44, right? So it leaves you with like $20 left owing. And you decide, or they decide, to dip into that money, the negative, to go further into the negative because they want some alcohol. Or want to take it and use it for something unwise, like drugs or, some habit. And it's like, no matter how hard you or your significant other, depending on which is this, alright, because this is numerous stories, but no matter how much you try to fucking save to get you guys out of this hole, the shit just keeps coming back. Okay? Maybe it's time to get an account and put your money somewhere safe. Alright, next card is Seven of Wands. So, you're in competition. You're doing a lot of challenges, and you're not giving up. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Holy crap. Alright, so, you're fending off your meat, right? Everybody wants a piece of your food. If you're a zombie, that's your food on the floor. And you're like, knock it off, and you've got, I don't know what the hell kind of bone that is. Is that a mandible? I haven't looked at where bones go in a long time. Okay, but anyway, that's how stupid I feel. Anyway, you're just like, whack, whack, whack. Back your shit down, that's mine. I worked my ass off for it. And they're like, but please, and you're like, whack, and you're fending it off, and you're like, God, just let me pay on shit, and let me, just stop, okay? We need a fucking contract. I can't, like, this is getting ridiculous. I worked for this. I've been working my ass off for this. And you just keep taking. And it's pissing me off because, you know, I've got rent I've got to pay. I've got to get milk for my baby. You know, I've got to think of how I'm going to survive the next 4 weeks. And how to keep, you know, and you can survive like a month without food or better. But, you know what I'm saying? You're fighting for what's yours. Now, Sagittarius, everybody wants a piece of what's yours. They do. And you're in competition, you really are. But here's the thing, is that you're not in competition with anyone. Does that make sense? Maybe that doesn't make sense. Let me rephrase this. Fuck competing with someone else. Compete with yourself to become a better person. Become wiser. You're not going to reach Emperor and Empress status. You're not going to reach that unless you go through some heavy shit and learn. If you keep being thrown into karmic situations over and over again, and you're not able to break free from it because you're not learning something, and there's a lesson to be learned in those karmic situations. They are. And if you don't learn them, then you're going to rinse and repeat. Okay? We all go through them. And you're not going to wake up to be an Empress, Emperor, because you got to level up both of your male and female energies, because regardless of what's between our legs, you know, we have two energies within us. But you're not going to wake up one day and be that. You've got to fight your way there. Of course, you will wake up one day as that, but it's like you're not going to start life off and be like, I'm an Empress, Emperor. Hell yeah, I rock this world. No. You gotta go through some shit. But know that you're definitely not alone. Okay? Then you're dealing with the Knight of Hazards, that which is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Now, if that be not the case, you know, someone is ambitious, material possessions, and entrepreneur, but this could be also what you're going through, alright? And by that, what I mean is this. You're working your ass off, Sagittarius. You are. And you're getting everything you want out of this situation, out of life. But are you really getting what you need out of this life and situations? Reassess your life. Like I said before, you've reached Empress mode. And I'm just waiting for Emperor mode. Hell yeah. Okay, what I mean by that is, remember when I said that regardless of what's between your legs, you know, whether you're male or female, we each have two energies, you know, within us. A male energy and a female energy. Well, we gotta level up each of those, okay? It's like video games. Think of it like Mario or something, right? Would I say Mario? Like old school, not new school. And definitely not the Luigi one where the castle's haunted and it's on 360. Or what, Nintendo 360 or something? Anyway, back on topic, okay? So, we have levels within our soul for growth. And as you're going along, you're gonna knock out each level and grow to the next. Well, the top one for the female energy is Empress. Not to mention you're also probably dealing with the Libra. And for the male, it's Emperor. Okay? Sorry about the background noise. My kid's watching YouTube. I'm gonna go turn it down. I don't want to get YouTube strikes or whatever. Ooh, a game. He's playing a game. Alright. Cookies. I made cookies last night for my beautiful Sagittariuses. And I stuck it in a container. And then I decided to make them. What was I talking about? Oh, Empress. You reached that level. Okay. You also reached the Fool. Now, this is the Fool, this is calling you the Fool, not a Fool, okay? A Fool is an insult. The Fool is like a compliment, right? Because you're starting off your new journey with no baggage. It's like, okay, you just got out of a toxic relationship and you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm gonna leave all this baggage with this person and I'm out. Like, mental baggage, not actual baggage. Don't leave your shit at someone's house. You know, don't be an ass. But that's the thing, is that you're not letting it hold you back. So when you enter into that new relationship, or restarting an old relationship for the better, you know, someone that you left behind, or whatever, you're not going to be projecting that negative bullshit. Like, say your ex cheated on you, right? And you didn't trust them, but you're dating someone new. You don't want to bring that energy to the relationship. You don't want to manifest them thinking, oh, everybody I'm with always cheats on me, blah, 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 right? You want to drop that negativity and try, because this person is not your ex. I mean, they could go to that path, but don't decide their future for them, if that makes sense. Huh. But, yeah, you're just like starting fresh, which is great. This right here, this guy, they got a piece of meat. And they're like, hey, Sag, here's a bunch of favors, generosity, and rewards. If you become my lawn assassin and kill those flowers, you will get this piece of meat. Sagittarius, you don't like the strings attached card. So someone's stringing you along. Somewhere along the line, you're at a 10 of hazards. So wealth, family, contentment, everything is falling into place. Very happy with who you're with. And you're manifesting something positive. In a regular deck, this upright would be, you know, manifesting. The magician would be pointing his right hand to the sky, asking the divine for a miracle, and using himself as a lightning rod or whatever, and using his other hand to point to flowers on the ground, something like that, right? And this one, in my deck, regardless of if he's upside down or upside right, it's deception, opportunist, and puppet master. Someone's pulling your strings. But you never let that hold you back, because you've been rescued. You've got nothing but success, full of enlightenment, you know, hope. You're heading towards the sunset, which is great. And you got an Ace of Wands. So, this is like new task, motivation, and energy. But most tarot readers, picture this guy here as the male human phallic. If you don't know what a phallic is, it's a penis. So someone's like wanting you. So rock on. Totally eating a cookie and yapping, huh? Anyway, from what I'm seeing, I'm sitting way lower than normal. I'm in my kitchen. Past-wise, you made decisions. Oh, I can't even say. You persevered. You're going through a tower moment right now, but don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. After you overcome that, in the future, you've got to deal with this Three of Swords by sitting down and talking with your significant other. Don't deal with it by throwing all this shit outside without knowing the facts. I'm here telling you what cards I see but they're not super clarifying exactly what is going on to you, because this is a general reading, not a personal reading, right? Sagittarius, don't throw all your partner shit out the window, off the balcony, right, or away, just because I tell you you got a 3 of Swords in your future, okay? That shit's not set in stone. It can change at any time, okay? And it could be one of those three options. So do your research, due diligence and whatnot. And you gotta deal with this toxic energy. You're being watched. But other than that, I see nothing but success. Be careful for that person who's pulling strings on you. You know that is utterly and chaotically bullshit of them to want to string you along. Alright. I love you all. I just got really hungry for homemade cookies. I will see you for next time. Parrot, thank you for being so patient with me. I love you. Bye.